Hello all, and welcome back to another Auto Alfred video. Now today, we're back on F1 2020, and on time trial as well, actually. But anyway, what we're doing here, we're going to be driving the best car here on F1 2020, and probably the foreseeable future as well, the Mercedes W11. And there you go, having a look around it. It's actually on the hard tyre, but never mind. As long as it's not the C1 hard tyre, then that's fine. But anyway, as you saw there, just automatically selected Mexico because that was a big filming day for me. If you remember from a few weeks ago or something, I did an F2 comparison at Mexico. If you haven't seen that already, make sure you do. Link in the top right, and you can have a look at it. But anyway, we're going to be doing a top speed comparison between the Mercedes from this year, or last year probably, we're now in 2021, aren't we? And also the Mercedes from 2016. Yes, that's right, we're back on the good old game from Codemasters. And we obviously we have to do a top speed comparison at the tempo of speed, don't we? Yep, but anyway, don't worry about the fact that I exceeded track limits at the final corner, because that is not going to be the starting point for our test today. No. How this is going to work, I'm just going to go straight through here. That leads on to the Curva Grande. So, this is basically like it's a high speed turn, but it's flat out anyway. It won't make a difference in terms of top speed. So, how is this going to work? I am going to go across the chicane, and then where there's a slip road, I'm going to do a quick spin around, a quick flick spin, and there we go. What we're going to do is go backwards across the chicane, like this, across the humps and everything, and then we're going to go backwards at the Curva Grande. Once again, flat out, high speed, doesn't affect top speed at all. So, we're going to go through here, avoid the polystyrene because that slows you down, and down the main straight with DRS open. And then we see how fast we can go down the straight. As you can see there, my top speed was 216 miles per hour. So I'm going to do 3 runs each for the cars, and then just do like a flashback, and then do a few more runs for the other 2. And obviously you can't go across those humps flat out, otherwise that happens. So you have to take the humps quite carefully. And here we go, run 2 for the Mercedes W11. And around the Curva Grande we go, and then around the polystyrene blocks, and then we're going to see how fast we can go again. DRS open, down the main straight we go, 216 miles per hour again, and where that DRS line starts or ends for us, that is where we get to our top speed. So 216 is the maximum for us at this stage, but here we go for run 3. After this we're going to go into F1 2016 and then test out the W07, see how that goes. And once again, DRS open. I touched the grass a bit as well actually, so maybe a bit compromised this run, but still 216 miles per hour. So I guess this car's top speed is 216, but that's in the game at least. So let's just box this lap and we'll jump into the W07, I guess. So, we're now going to jump into 2016. No halo, no ugly halo there, but, halo for safety users. Anyway, top speed setup once again, preset 5. You might notice that the aero is the same, but every other unit is slightly different. I'm just going to go for the preset option, what the game gives us, and see how that goes. But anyway, here we go into Parabolica in the Mercedes W07. Once again, we all know the routine. Down the main straight. No DRS, no need. But anyway, already 216 miles an hour. Anyway, I want to get through the polystyrene. This one seems to be a bit rougher than before, so cause our car to jump up for a bit. But anyway, round the curve of ground we go, and then into the chicane, scrubbing off some dirt from the tyres, and across the chicane, I should say. And anyway, here we go into this slip road here. We're just going to do a quick flick spin, and this one seems to have not as much torque as the W11, so flick spins weren't as easy back then, it turns out. Narrower tyres as well for less grip. But anyway, I'm just going to launch this car because I forgot how to launch it. Yeah, certain details. Not the best launch in the world, but anyway, we're just going to go across the chicane backwards. And we were in 6th gear in the W11, but we can only take it in 4th here because I guess the gear ratios were a bit longer because acceleration doesn't seem to be as good. But anyway, we actually went across some polystyrene there. That would have slowed us down slightly, but it doesn't matter because look at us, we're going 226, 228, 29, 30, 230 miles an hour in the Mercedes F1 car, the W06. Wow. I can tell you one thing, I'm pretty certain it's not the engine that's worse now. It's just the fact that there's a bit more drag from the increased downforce. So there you go. W07 obviously has narrower front and rear wing, and I don't think the barge boards are as prominent as they are now. So I guess that is why this car has less drag and therefore a higher top speed. And as you saw just then, I was just mapping my DRS button to be on the, I don't know what to call that button actually, that weird Xbox Windows button. But anyway, that's my, in case you're wondering, that's my F1 2016 button scheme, I guess you can call it. Just pausing there for no reason. And we're going to go for a run 2. I reckon 230 is not my top speed, so let's go for it again and see how we can do, because obviously I hit the polystyrene boards as well. So DRS open, down the main straight, or up the main straight maybe, because we're going opposite ways, and I was right, our top speed is 231. That 1 extra mile an hour is very important, isn't it? Anyway, there you go, that's my top speed for the W07. Quite a lot quicker than the new car on the left, but anyway, what we're doing now is a lap comparison between the two games and the two cars. So we're running the same preset 5 setup, maximum top speed. So on the left you won't see my personal best lap time. That would be on a separate video if you haven't seen that already. Please make sure you do. Top right once again. But anyway, you saw there W07 monster down the straight, but no pace in the corners pretty much. So W11 already faster in the first sector, and it's already at the chicane. It's already finished the chicane, but only now has the W07 finished it. Anyway, round the first Lesmo, the W11 is already approaching the second one, and finally the 2016 car has reached it. Anyway, down the straight, hopefully this W07 2016 car can do a bit better, but you know, this isn't, on my left, this isn't even my personal best lap. That would be from the separate video that I was talking about, but anyway, the W11 2020 car already going around Parabolica. Finally, F1 2016 car reaches it, and around it we go. W11's crossed the line, and now here comes the W07, and it's crossed the line as well. 1 minute 23. That's wow. That's quite a lot slower. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you next time for another video very soon. That was a nice comparison, that. I enjoyed that.